Stay in here, Rem. Come over here. Come on. Fuck it. Remington. Behave, mama. Come over here, lay down. Go over here, lay down. Lay down. Come on. Come lay down. Go lay down. Okay? Don't do it. Don't do it. Come on. What's going on? What up? Good morning. Fuck, I can't even. Whatever. Remington. Stop. How we doing, sir? How's your project going? Are you seeing, we haven't talked in a bit, so are you seeing results? Sometimes it takes a while for good things to happen. That leap, jump, or whatever it is. I would guess that you're seeing some results. Oh man, I'm feeling good. Tired, well rested, but tired. Partly because I've been working out a little bit. So I'm sore. Worms is doing good. A couple things going on with them. But you know how it is. It's always something. Man. Just sore. What's up, Jose? How's Texas treating you? How's the country of Texas treating you? Like you have video evidence of that? Like blatantly? What do you got going on, Jose? Me and Vincent right now are talking about him turning some castings to tea and then spraying down a farmer's field or row crops with it to see if there's a difference. I think it's a long-term difference of the biology of the soil, which is what's going to do. Like, yeah, you get that NPK, very minor. There's a bunch of other benefits into it, but really it's that long-term biology that you're going to be building. Yeah. I don't think you can use too much tape. It's kind of what it is. So I just sold a 5-gallon bucket of it yesterday, and they're dealing with Florida, a lot of sandy soil, a lot of just patchy grass. So I'm like, well, you got to get some organic matter, and that'll help a lot more. It'll help. Either you got to let it grow and then mulch it and kind of build it like that, which I think can work, or you need to graze it. Same idea, let it grow. What kind of grazing you got? I'm building pasture right now. That's the most valuable thing. I'm not grazing anything on it yet though, which I need to be, but I'm just letting it grow, man. And then spraying it with tea. Letting my Bahia grass go. What's up, David? Remington, come here now. Remy, here. Come on. This fucking dog. I threw a bunch of. I'm walking slow as fuck. I took a bunch of eggs out of an incubator that didn't hatch, and I threw them over onto a compost pile. And this dog, they were formed, but they stillborn, whatever. I don't know what happens sometimes. I've hatched a lot of birds, but I've also had a lot die. It's the name of the channel. So I threw them out there, and this bitch be going out there and eating them. Rami, it's like that. It's an Asian food is when they like incubate birds and then eat them, the raw birds. She loves them. Skulltar. Scrog. Well, you scrogging over there? Where are you at? You running a scrog setup? No, I'm not going to claim organic anymore. I used to really try to be as clean as a whistle. My worms are organic, but my chickens aren't right now. I mean, my take on this organic shit is that, like, okay, so you claim organic and you have chickens, right? So, okay, maybe you can free range them if you have a setup for it, which is not easy. Predators, you start losing fucking birds. Now, if you're not feeding them anything, then okay, that's cool. But if you're the organic chicken farmer that runs organic feed, you're literally spending double on feed costs. You can get a little bit more for the eggs if you can sell them, but they're selling eggs is not as easy as it seems. So, although I'd love to be organic in every aspect, I try to do things as clean as possible. But I think we're at a point in our history, like, it's fucked. Unless you're going to be a straight fucking cave person, it's hard not to be contaminated at this point. Save the ducks. Yeah, I agree. I've had a lot of ducks, and I can't stand ducks as a pet. I think they're cool animals, but for somebody else to have that diarrhea shit every time they go to the bathroom. Hey, Remy, come on. Get over here. Come lay down right here. Come on. So I'm not organic. My worm situation, I'm an organic worm farmer. But then you have motherfuckers. I mean, there's so much pollution at this point that I even like the cleanest ones that are trying their best are still probably getting contaminated from another source. You know, so I call bullshit, or they're just a lying motherfucker. What do you got going on, Duck Sauce? What do you got for me? You got anything for me? Trying to get a nice workout in, and then I was going to do worms for a few minutes. You come over here and lay down. Come on. Lay down. You got a mat to lay on. Come on, Mama. Let's go. Over here. You're not sneaking off to go do bad stuff. It's a dog. Come on. Over here. This dog will end up somewhere doing something. Not bad. Like, she doesn't go do stupid create, but she just like wants to eat something. She knows where it's at. She just wants to get away from me. Come on, Rim. So what's your deal with grazing, Vincent? What do you got? You grazing cattle? What are you grazing? Hey, come on, Rim. Go. Come on, lay down. Doing like a rotational graze. A sectional graze, I guess. Rotational. You doing amp grazing? David, what do you do? Are you an organic farmer? That's a good flag right there behind me. Both those. Work harder. Or no one cares, work harder. American flag. Two fucking perfect things right in a row. You know? Hey, Remy, nope, you didn't lay down, Rem. Come on. Hey. Come on. Stop playing with me. Come on, over here and lay down. Walk around and come lay down. Ooh. God. Do what I do, boo-boo. Nice, brah. Come on, over here. Stop. You're a pain in my ass, man. Got fucking cats running everywhere. Ant grazing. I'm already tracking. You never mentioned that, but yeah, I'm tracking ant grazing. I think it's genius. I mean, if you want to build pasture, I mean, that is, those guys are, they're on, anybody's doing that's on something. So you're running a single wire? I do what I do. That's pretty much, that's a good slogan. Get some speed going, man. Need some momentum. I'm just doing a little cardio today. I'm sore. But I've been eating like shit, so if I don't do this, I'll be obese. I run the poly. Well, actually, I have a 3-wire 16 gauge or something. Three going all the way around my food forest, which I can electrify right now, but I run it. Just it keeps the deer out, basically. I'm not keeping any cattle or anything, but just deer out. You don't even need to electrify. They don't mess with it at all. Once they've touched it or bumped into it. And then for my chickens, I'm running that poly chicken net. And those are great. I love electricity and animals work pretty well if you know what you're doing. So you got them trained. How many head of cattle are you running? Are you drunk still, brah? What do you got? What do you got going on today, brah? What, you got something? What are you doing? You still at the club, tearing up the dance floor with your bell bottoms on? You are still at the club. I knew it. What's up, T.A. Smith? The dirty South, the dirty, dirty South, Florida. Another fucking country. We're going to separate. What do you got going on? You dirty bird, bro. You are at the club right now. You got bell bottoms on and fucking flats just slipping across the fucking floor. I just picture you with a fucking fro, just living the fucking 60s and 70s out in your head. Just always talking in fucking riddle. Yeah, I agree. We'll just take everything in between. Custom graze running 81 pairs as of now, bringing in 30 heifers today. Still need more. Yeah, it's amazing. Good job. Good job. Are you running the lines, or do you have somebody that comes in to do that? Or are you doing that daily? Is AMP essentially is daily, or are you doing a large enough space for a 2-day? Like, how does that work? Yeah, we could join you. And we'll have teleporting soon, so we'll just be able to teleport. We won't even have to travel through any of these other states that have fucking check your paper. Like yeah. Just tailgate. Nice. Are you sucking the cock or eating the puss? No one cares here. Do whatever you need to. I don't run cattle. 4,000 sheep. Yeah, sheep are the way. I take care of somebody else's 11 goats every day. So I run some goats. But yeah, I think my property's ready for some sheep. I'm been building up my bahia naturally, letting it go to seed, then cutting it down and trying to fill them. But I need some manure. 3-4 day moves. Yeah. Oh, God forbid you have to grab a fucking line, Vincent, and move it over to another thing, and your cows are trained after all the training. I know the training's hard, but once you get all that done, then it's just like watching them eat for free. And then you're just dousing all of it with worm castings and letting them knock it down and poop on it. And then if you had chickens to run behind it, I mean, you'd just be a fucking god. get sheep that have best meat. One difference, and I don't know, maybe you know. So my neighbor, he probably has 70 or 80 sheep and 1,000 head of cattle in Florida. So the Florida rules are a little different. We're humid down here, so we have to watch. But I think he might have some Dorper sheep. Yeah, it's always like, oh, you charge too much for this. It's like, no, I can do it quickly, and it's the years of experience. It's like, yeah, I bet you get those cows pretty much to a T. They're chomping at the bit to go to the next area, and that's how animals should be. If you want to control animals, you don't overfeed them. You just feed them right, and I keep them on a schedule. Scheduling your animals is a good way to be. They follow them for the most part. If you're consistent, they're pretty consistent. Like I can let my neighbor's goats, they're my goats because I take care of them too. I can let them out and they will walk around the whole property, eat everything that they're not supposed to, or no, that they're supposed to, that it's just weeds and stuff, and then they walk themselves back in and just chill. Because we just have a respectful relationship. Your cows probably respect the shit out of you. That's why they don't push through a single wire and they just respect it. Our haired sheep, they don't have much wool. Yeah, that's what I'm tracking. I mean, I love the idea. Like, I'm always like a dual purpose kind of dude. So, like, yeah, having wool would be cool, but then I got to fucking shear wool, and then I got to fucking do something with it. So, yeah, I'm probably just going to go haired and probably just run it just get a little herd going. Hear the quiet, I didn't want it, yep. So, and you have them in pairs, did you just say? Are you a cow whisperer, Vincent? A little bit of pre-workout, a little bit of BCAAs, a little bit of creatine. Creatine is actually a nootropic, basically, on top of helping you retain a little bit of extra water in the muscles to make you look a little bigger. Don't want to touch. Oh yeah, I like that. Yeah, mine's not quite as sometimes I put it I forget to turn it off and then I put it on, my dumb ass, in the morning, and I've gotten crotch shocked. I don't know about 8,000 volts. That sounds intense. But man, I've shocked myself a few times. I didn't even need coffee after that. I was good to go. No coffee after that. Woo! 1 second, I'll be right back. I gotta get this fucking. Where's my dog? Probably eating rotten egg. Sorry, right now. Sorry. All right. Inside now. So I have one problem with my worms. It's not a problem, but it's something that popped up after some fucking somebody came over insisting on that I take a truckload of cucumbers, which I was hesitant to take, but I guess I can compost it. We were supposed to drop it off into a hole in a compost pile that I had. Didn't end up working that way, and he ended up dumping it all over, like in a section, a whole truckload of cucumbers. And after I was telling him to stop, he just pulls it and just pulls them out on the ground. So I've been dealing with a whole pile of rotten cucumbers, trying to get animals to eat them. And then I put some in with the worms, just fresh cucumbers, whatever. And now all of a sudden, in one of my bins, not the other, which could have been from eggs also, I have snails. So I'm dealing with snails right now. Yeah, chickens. Yeah, light. I hope you're light. The guy I work with in the shop, in my shop, he just got 110 hard. He touched. We're wiring up a kiln and we're testing shit, and it converts. It's crazy how these people made a kiln. He bought a professional kiln, and then we had to take it apart because it was worn out. And how they built it was crazy. They're like using whatever. Anyway, he literally just grabs 2 wires when plugged in and just zaps himself, like ripped. Like I saw him, and I'm looking right at him when he did it. I mean, it could have killed him, but he just got a good one. Like held the 2 wires with 2 fingers each, and just lit up. Shit's crazy. I mean, 1 amp can kill you. I guess it's low amp volt. I don't know how. Electricity's so fucking. I can wire 220. I can wire 110 in the basics, but when you start trying to make sense of volts and watts, like yeah, I get the equation to figure certain things out with solar and shit, but I don't know. It seems like they made it more complicated than it needed to be. Like I'm good. I could throw a 220 breaker in there with the pigtail and be able to a plug, and then backfeed my generator right into the shop if I wanted to. And then because I'm pulling from my house, I could then backfeed the house from my. And I have a plug on the house already with a deterrent, so you can't have both the main power and that on. I guess it's a kill switch. He just ate like a whole plug. Like it didn't kill him, so I don't believe it. And I've been shocked too by 110. Hasn't killed me. And I guess maybe it's a sustained like electrocution. But I've heard 1 amp or less than an amp. Yeah, you're right. Like, but I'm still here. I'm a little slow, but I'm still here. It should not. See, that's the opposite. I heard that fucking 110 is more likely to kill you. I'm telling you, we got too much mixed information in this world. And I know that you're Canadian and they'll tell you the opposite just because they like to see you suffer. But you guys help my cardio get past. Like if I could just have a conversation with somebody the whole time, do my workout, my little cardio. It's not a workout. I'm actually fucking around. Jesus, bro. Yeah, I'm going to get a strike on my account because Brawl goes over and fucking cuts his Xbox cord off and licks both ends plugged directly into 110. Hunter said it didn't kill you, and his friend did it yesterday too. Brawl is going to go to heaven. Roger that. So how do you run the wire? Like, do you have a kill spot? Like, or you just kill the power when you go out there and then you turn it back on? Or you just grab the wire with like a stick or something? That's raise voltage to extreme high levels for transmission lines. Gotcha. That's cool. What do you do, TA? Gangster rap made me do it. Eminem like, go look at electrical cord. Get shocked and fucked. I don't give a fuck. He's probably saying shit like that all the time. He's saying crazy shit. I think he literally said, put your tongue in an outlet or something. Or something. So how do you disconnect it? You just kick it? You got that perfect kit? I'm on 3 and 3. I'll show you the worms in a second. Be fucking patient. Not you, Vincent. I'm just talking to the bass. 13 people staring at me. Just flicking the screen. Looking for something amusing. Hair's getting longer and longer. You guys have seen me with short hair to long hair. Some of y'all. I'm actually just waiting to probably grow it to the length of donation, and then I'm going to donate these fucking locks to Locks of Love. Give somebody a fucking mane like myself. Maybe they'll take the beard too. I'll just restart it. Nice. So you know exactly what you're talking about. You probably know people that have died from low amperage. So you're running major power. What does a substation have going through it? Trying to get at least a workout or something, whatever the fuck I call this. This isn't a workout, but like something with the weights and stuff 3 to 4 times a week, and then trying to cardio the rest. And that's combating me being completely obese, I guess. I was watching a video of myself popped up this morning, me again working out, and that kind of inspired me to go out and flick the video on. But I was saying some crazy shit. Yeah, I got those systems. So what, you're just running on it? You got what kind of battery do you have out there? 800,000 volts. God damn. So volts and so if you have a 200, so how do you convert volts to amps? Like, I know I could just Google it right now, but maybe you not have an easy, like, how would you explain that to a fucking idiot? Yeah, I got a deep cycle too. Yeah, so you're just running a deep cycle. Then maybe, I don't know, maybe my voltages on some of my systems are higher. I don't know. I got a big one up there. Maybe I think mine runs on joules. What's the conversion of joules to volts? Or mine runs, or it's hot. It's fucking humid as hell out right now. I put my dog and cat, well, one cat, in the air conditioned side. Walking 3 uphill at 3 for 27 minutes now. Today is Sunday. I usually try to spend a lot of time with my dog on Sundays. Obviously still doing stuff, but maybe gear more around my dog. Just because I'm busy all week. I'm bitching. Do I hear I'm bitching? I used to try to run as hard as I can, and I still am trying to run a little bit every week, but really just a pretty brisk uphill walk, trying to retain more muscle than burn it. I think it's easier for me to just get bigger and just try to figure out muscle, work out, try to lift heavier instead of like keep a slim. There's no in between. It's either you're like ripped, which takes a lot of diet and stuff, or you can get bigger and hopefully your muscles will fill in and you won't look as fat. Yeah, bro. Go have another drink. Go have a nice night. Go finish your night out and then go home. Kiss your wife. Take a night your kids. Sleep it off, bro. Sleep it off. Amps. So if you have 110 volt and a 100 watt light bulb, you have 8.3 amps. It's the same bulb with 220 has 4.5 amps. Yeah, let's go for a walk, Tito Perez. If me and Bra bumped into each other at like a knife show, we'd probably become friends. But right now, he needs to sleep it off. That is a good way to explain it. T.A. Smith, are you a male or female? Sometimes I call you dude and chick. And I want to make sure I'm calling you the right one. What's motivating? Just little walk, little work, little something you don't want to do. I don't want to fucking do this right now. That's why I'm doing it. Why the fuck would I want to sweat and work out hard when I can go work on a knife and air conditioning? Because if you're always in there working on air conditioning and everything's perfect and comfortable, you do not grow. You fucking lose. The more you make things easier and comfortable, the worse your life gets, I think. I'm not saying don't have a nice car and keep your house nice. Now, I'm not saying don't fucking be cleanly. What I'm saying is that, like, go find something to fucking be a little bit hard for you. You're going to get on the Slendo massager next. Yep. I got one over there. I got one of those, the vibrating straps. So after my light, brisk walk, I'm going to go over there and do for an hour on the hips, man. I'm always worried about my hips. My hips and my tits. And then I have a Pilates. I got fucking a Pilates thing out of the trash. Now, I could have. There was one the other day. I was laughing about it. I'm like, most of the stuff I got, like, donated or found in the trash or paid $50 for. But I was going to set it up. It's not, I don't know. It's one of those guys probably said it. But you know what's funny is I said it to my nephew, and he got this flag made. So it's actually my nephew, or he bought it. I don't know how he got it, but he got it for me. That was my American flag. And then I have his 1/60th flag. Sorry, I got people trying to come today and buy castings. Jocko's the shit. So you won't stop calling back. Like, when somebody declines your call, that doesn't mean to call back. That means they'll fucking call you back if they want to. Like, yeah, and that's the thing. As I get older too, like, yeah, I'm getting fatter and slower and more tired. I think I'm getting a little smarter, but I don't want to wear this body out. I mean, I've been pretty rough on it already, and I don't really have anything, like, really bad right now. So that, yeah, it's like the person that smokes their whole life and never gets cancer, and the person that gets a little second. This person won't stop fucking calling me right now, so it's really annoying. Sorry. Yeah, I got a bunch of different stuff. I do a few different things for a living. I'm more of I do a jack of all trades is kind of what I do. I can install a front door perfect. I can build. Honestly, this is really fucking pissing me off. I'm about to block this person altogether. Stupid fuck. Like, are you fucking stupid? You're gonna call me fucking 10 times in a row after I fucking stopped you? Like, you stupid fuck. Unbelievable. I can't even believe this person is continuously calling me over and over again after they've been declined instantly. Some psychopath, dude. Honestly, a fucking psycho. Leave me the fuck alone. I don't want to talk to you anyway. Fucking stupid motherfuckers, dude, that have nothing else going on in their life, so they want to call you and draw fucking energy from you. Call me over and over and over and over fucking again, like a fucking idiot. No, so I have a machine shop right next to me, right here, and I make amongst a bunch of different things. I make high-end custom knives. This person is so fucking stupid. It's not even funny. I'm literally gonna block them forever, so they can't call me at all. Because all they want to do is steal my energy and fucking ask advice and not. So I have a machine shop next to me, and I make like high-end custom pocket knives. So yeah, it's a machine shop. So that's really my main right now. I've got a bunch of orders and I've got work going on, making a bunch of knives, getting ready for shows. So that's really going to be the full-time thing. And then I make a pretty good amount of money selling castings and worms. And right now, it's like that's enough to fucking survive if you're not being an idiot with money. How many people make so much fucking money and all they're doing is a slave to fucking paying that bill that they keep acquiring? What is castings? So castings are the poo from a worm, basically, that has a biological load in it that is just overwhelming and great for the properties of plants. This person is literally mentally fucking ill. Honestly, it's bad. That pretty sure you can. I literally had to put do not disturb on my phone. I've never had to do that before. But this person that keeps calling me is mentally ill. Can you hear me? This person has been like that my whole life. So it's funny that every chance this fucking retard gets a chance to fuck with me, he does it. So right now, he won't stop calling me thinking it's beneficial to him when he's fucking with me. That's how life is for a lot of people. That they can't figure their own shit out, so they fuck everybody else. Majority of this fucking world at this point. Oh, I'm a fucking idiot, so I'm gonna fuck that person over. Or fucking say some stupid shit to them in the start of their day, right? You can wake up as happy and as set in a way to move, and then somebody else just screws you. Dude, unbelievable, dude. Unfucking believable. Can you see me now? I'm about to get off the treadmill in a second. I just show you guys some worms. But yeah, castings are from a worm. I'll show you right now. It's okay. I didn't mean to let the dude, but it's like I had to answer the phone and yell at him. It's one of my cats. This is an indoor-outdoor cat, and then I probably have 5 wild cats that I feed. But this is my homie. His name's Tito. He's famous. Yo, Tito. He's just licking his claws. He probably just killed something. So this is the worm factory. HuntersWorms right now. And this is what the top of my bin looks like. Let's take this away. This is a cool plastic top for these if you're going to do these this way. A little bit extra cost, but they last forever. But it's a perfect little roof. Keeps the cats out for the most part. But it's just like a pliable. It's actually at Home Depot or Lowe's. It's really good for roofing and outside stuff too, for like chicken coops. Super pliable. You can cut it with a razor blade. But it's the backing for like a kitchen. It's super thin, but it's very easy to cut. So you harvest them with like screens like this or bigger trommels. Like the other day, I just harvested all of this right here. So this here is 1/4-inch castings. Right? There's still worms in here. This is still too. I mean, it would do an 1/8 inch shift, but it's still a little wet. So, and it doesn't dry out that fast in this situation, but there's a lot of worms in here still. So I'll probably wait another couple days before I start sifting this. But this has already been 1/4-inch sifted. And then my final sale is 1/8 inch, which this has been 1/8 inch sifted here. I sell it by the gallon. Depending on the mood I'm in, it's $15 to $20 a gallon, or how much I have. So yeah. And then if you get a bunch, like if you get a 5-gallon bucket, I was doing it for $75. Now I'll probably do it for $65 because recently I've been doing them at $15 a gallon. And yeah, some people sell it by the pound, but then you can manipulate the weight of it at the sale. Gallon is it's harder to manipulate, I think. So it's safer for the customer. And a gallon could be a pound or 2 pounds. So, I mean, you can figure it out. You can weigh it yourself. So I just use a scoop. I really like to sell it pretty local, the castings. The worms I can ship. I'm not shipping them right now. Castings, it really depends on what you're trying to do. If you're willing to listen to how to use them properly and turn it to tea, you don't need as much. If you're trying to build biology, I would do it pretty frequently, like once a week even for the first bucket, and really try to get the biology booming. As long as you have an organic matter for it to attach to, which would make life easier. Like in this sandy soil down here, you end up washing it through if you're not saturating something. So, but yeah, this is these. I don't know if the snail. Look, I got snails right here. Look at all these snails. Now I looked them up. They don't have any. There's no beef. There's no problem other than that they eat the food of the worms. Some younger ones. I haven't sold any worms in the last week or two. This stuff is fluffy right now. But I think I sold a lot. Like going into the summer, I don't know if I should have sold as many worms as I did. It's probably a blue right there. Just a baby worm. So I'm kind of running them all together. I probably sold too many big worms. This bin here is getting up there. This is, but it's like you start going down, and now they're spread out throughout the whole thing. So it seems like they like the cucumbers, but the cucumbers definitely brought the snails. Some mites. It's really a diverse. It's very cool to the touch right now too. So the cool thing about doing a tea, and if you're going to use like a sprayer like these, is that you can modify it in any direction you want. So if you want to add a nitrogen load to it, you can get nitrogen. And there's crab meal, kelp meal, neem seed meal, all these different things that you can add to the equation to then make it better for whatever application you're using. So the biology will be what it will be, and then you can make it more fortified and better for the whatever situation you're doing. 1 second. My shop is a little messy right now. I'm moving things around. I got a new mill. So this is my work area right here, seated. So instead of having to stand at the mill, right, and work, I'm gonna have two of them for two different things, like this one here. I'm rebuilding. I was gonna put a power feed on it, but this is a Chinese clone, which will do what I need it to do. It's just gonna run this rotary table. So I'm moving stuff over because I need to make more space so I can move all this over. So I got some extra space. I built this the other day. This thing's sturdy. I'm gonna make it sturdier, but my hands are all. Let me wash my hands. I'll show you one of my knives. Yeah, I'll show you a knife. One second. This is just one I have in stock. This doesn't have the clip on it. It's an inlaid pivot that I made. Flips like that, so you got like an underflick. Sorry, my hands are all wet. So I have the license to be able to put that Spyderco hole on my knives. It's really meant for that underflick, these knives. This one I didn't contour the handles. But yeah, I float the back spacer. I do hidden screws on the clip, so the clip has hidden screws. This one's probably off center a little bit. It's work in progress. But I mean, I have a bunch of like that's at one point. This is a prototype of another one. This is called a bolt. That's the heat treat on there. Maybe we can do a collab. You forge out some steel for me, and then I'll make a knife for you. You know, if you can do a nice Damascus too. I'd prefer it to be stainless, but if you can do a cool carbon Damascus rare, I would do. So that's the Bolt Mini. These are pretty small knives. I got a small hand. They fit in your hand. Yeah, I love knives. That's one there. I just finished this one. This is a left-handed knife. Again, these are all just to certain points. This is a left-handed. I'm like this. I'm still rounding this to make it all even. You want these two sides to be even. This is the screw's loose. I can tell. That's as ground. I got to put it back on the grinder and hit that. There's a scratch from just finishing the knife. Left-handed. It's hard to move a left-handed knife around. It's pretty cool. Came out nice, but I got an opposite side. Just drop shut, locked in. For all them lefties out there. More Coke so I can get back up running. More Coke. You cokehead? Texas probably meth. No, it's easy to get. How's Google using your data? That's nice. I have a few knives. Google is probably using my data. They charge me every month for advertising, and then clean. A few things I need to fix. But literally, it's going to be in a stationary situation, and all you do is precisely just move this down. So I'm going to lock it all in. So all the work goes into getting it to that precision, and then it'll be very repeatable because I'm not going to be moving it around. We do a lot of different things on this mill, so you're always moving around zeros and stuff. This machine is going to be for a specific. And I was going to put a power feed on. I'm not even going to put a power feed on this one. So this is a 110 one. It's small. It's cheap, but you can make them a little bit more precise, and it's plenty of precision for what I need. So I've been moving stuff around. This needs to get moved over a little bit more. It's full though. It's very heavy. Move it over, and then it's going to be centered. I'm going to have this, then a mill, then my workbench, then another mill, and then my other cabinet, which is all going to be knife making stuff. Right now it's a little bit sporadic. This is my business partner's side right here. This is one of his knives he's working on right now. And this cat is over here eating all this food. So I have like all these drawers. I mean, some of it is nice. There's a lot of materials. Dinosaur bone, all different types of woods, Westinghouse micartas, carbon fibers, ironwoods, just a whole collection. There it is. What are you doing? You're making a fucking mess. This was a stray barn cat, and he has become probably one of my best friends, honestly. All right? You're my best friend? One of them? He's different. He moves different. He's a good boy. He's a good boy, yes. Say hello to everybody. Yeah, this is my homie. So yeah, this is drill press. Got the mill. Not only am I moving stuff around right now, which it's still, the whole shop is completely usable. We flooded the other day. So I had half an inch of water go from one end of the shop to here. So this is my grinding room. Band saws. These are all grinders. Filtration. Another grinder here. Custom router, so you can do router work with the piece flat. Surface grinder. Get out of here, boy. Yeah, go out. Nope. Get out. Nope, too much dust. Get out. Come on, go. Normally I put the cat that up so he doesn't go in there. So yeah, this whole rack system was filled with worms. This whole thing. I ended up at that shelf width, and I'm telling you, I had 80 bins in here, temperature controlled, and that's when I had the most worms going. I mean, honestly, if I bump this temp up to 76, it works very well. So, and I'm probably going to do that. I'm going to probably leave a certain situation, which I'll have to do on ladder, for like 5 to 10 bins, so I can run some breeder bins inside still. Yeah, everything, if you look, is already over on 4x4s, and anything like this can get a little wet. This was just put here yesterday. I just got this in the mail, which don't buy this brand. It's supposed to be a fit all power feed, but it's really a fit nothing piece of shit, which I'm still going to probably, maybe I'll return. I don't know yet. I might, because I'm going to probably get another mill in the next couple of weeks that hopefully will have all of it on there, so I don't have to do this. Because now I literally have to build other things for the mill in order, if I wanted to put it on there. So, and I think I'm going to skip doing that. This is a knife in progress for a customer. It's going to be sick. This is all, you start with like plastics and stuff. Roger that. Yeah, cocaine's bad. I think in a perfect world, adults should be allowed to do cocaine, you know? Instead, we let the cartels run it, and then it's all tainted by the time it gets there. If you could just go to the store and buy a little bag of cocaine, and it wasn't fucking mixed with fucking fentanyl and all this dumbass shit, a lot of adults would be able to handle themselves perfectly fine and have a great night. Except this fucking world lets everything get manipulated by fucking criminals because it's fucking easier to keep it out of sight and out of mind. Hey! You're gonna get hurt, bro. You step on that too hard, these things right here will wrap you up, bro. Yeah, probably am. The problem is that on these smaller mills, they're really limited. So it's a clone of a precision Matthews, and my mistake was that they all look very similar, right? So they all look very similar, and in the pictures, I saw this on one of them, but it was a precision Matthews, I guess, that it has a little bit bigger area right here, so that you can use the plate, right? But this will not work here because of how this is built. Will not allow me to screw this in anywhere. Yeah, it just doesn't. I can't tee. There's nothing to do. I can't use it. Thought about it for too long. This one I got for $800. This one, it is a smaller one, but for knife making and only knife making, it's the perfect size if you can get everything tight. So like I have different micrometers and stuff like that. So I checked all the run out on these guys. What happened there? I checked all the run out and stuff like that. So everything's perfect. This one was $800. If you wanted one with a DRO, which I have to install myself, and power feed, and not a clone, you can, like this mill, the way it is right now on Amazon, is $2,000. I just paid $800, and it had done one project for the guy. It's like brand new, pretty much. But this is a smaller one. So as you get bigger and more, the bigger is better because it's heavier and more. It can keep a better tolerance. This can move to a certain degree. That's why I made this crazy ass base. And then when I'm finally where it's going to be, this base is going to get hooked to the ground. I have all the clamps right here. All right, with these L clamps, I'm going to hook it wherever it's going to land. But I was going to just have everything set up on this, but I'm not going to do the power feed now. And I'm just going to put, when the rotary table's ready, put the rotary table on this one and then set up for a secondary mill. And that's it. Kat, what are you doing? It's my workbench, hand sanding. Just different drill bits. So yeah, I think I'm gonna get off. I got a few things I want to do. Appreciate everybody watching, having a conversation. I got 36 people on here. Should do a trick or something, but I don't have any tricks. Today I'm in a talkative mood, I guess, but I'm just not really that enthusiastic about doing anything in here. Yeah, HuntersWorms.com is for the worms, and then Facebook is Hunter Knives, or Instagram's Hunter Knives _, I think. Hunter Knives _ Hunter, not Hunters. That'll have some of my Facebook, you'll be able to track me, and I just did a giveaway yesterday, or no, the 4th of July. I already sent it out. So at the end of this month, I'm going to do a giveaway for a folder. One of those I might be giving away. So if you join on there, the way to get involved in it is going to be to share and or invite people. And I still have to figure out how I'm going to verify it, but it's all going to be done through the same post. And there'll be reading will be necessary in order to play, but really hopefully run it to 500 people on that Facebook page. And then I'll do the drawing or something like that. But you can get as many ins. If you share it 50 times and I can figure out a way for it's provable, I'll give you 50 ins. So if you help build my channel, you're going to be more likely to get a folder from me. This here's pretty cool knife. This is a custom knife that I'm going to be doing for somebody, making scales. So this came with aluminum scales. He wants titanium. He has 2 of the knives. Pretty cool mechanism. This guy's pretty good at making knives. I'm surprised YouTube hasn't kicked me off for showing knives. This is a larger version of that design. It's the bolt. This is a pattern. I make it out of steel. I'm going to heat treat them, but this is the SV1, the one I was showing you. So these are all the points that I use a special drill bit to spot with. That's the smaller bolt. That's the larger bolt. I'm trying to check out. Chickens. Soldier flat for chickens. Genius. These are. Yeah, this is fucked up. So you can't see, but I accidentally used the wrong drill bit and opened up a hole that needed to be threaded. That hole right there, opened it up to 440 instead of a 256, which is pretty big difference. So that one's dead. I can use this scale, which I had already fucked up another scale. See, sometimes I make crazy mistakes. So yeah, that one's a crazy mistake. This one's still good, so I can pair this. Sorry, with my hand. I can pair these two together. I just have to cut another scale. Right, this here can fit this blade perfectly, so that's that. I'll move this right here. This here I messed up. That's too close. That's just a loss. I probably would still work, but that doesn't look good to me. That distance right there after it's been counterbored is perfect. But that is too close. That's just me being a dumbass. And I would still have to grind here to make it fit. It just wouldn't work, so that's a loss. So those two are losses, basically. Unless I go 440. I still have room to do a 440, so I'd have to order screws. So this isn't a loss completely, but it's do I want to fuck with it? This is the clip design. It's not. It's going to be refined a lot more for the bolt. So yeah, I got a soldier fly setup outside. I can show you. That works it's filled with soldier flies. So I'm thinking that for the bolt, it's going to be rounded and thinned out a lot smaller. But this is called the bolt. That's the clip. I'll show you the soldier fly in a second if you want. And then this is a knife for a customer here. So this is customer. I've pretty good amount of orders right now. So I'll show you the soldier fly. These are backspacer, clips, and S35PN. Wanna go outside, boy? Or did I just fuck up and let the dog outside like an idiot? Why are you smiling at me? What did you do? You fucking forget about it. You're stupid. Come over here. So I had it in a different spot. That is going to be my soldier fly setup right here. Brought it over in the shade. I might actually do some worms over here too. I'm draining out some juices from this guy, but this is what I've been running. Oh yeah, look at that. That's a great example of soldier fly. Look at that. It's a little wet in there. But look at them. Those folders are $1,000 a piece. If you want like higher end steel, or like if you want Damascus and Timascus, which are two very high end materials, it starts going up. But for a folder that's customized for in a certain couple of different ways for you is $1,000 shipped. I'm out a couple months right now too in order, so you would give me a deposit of $100, and that would hold you a spot, and you're probably 4 months out. This is interesting right now. This is wetter than it's ever been. That's why I have this over top of it, because rain was overflowing in here and going into that. So hopefully it'll dry out a little today. Look at all those guys right there. They're probably the happiest and healthiest I've ever seen them in this wet condition, it seems like. Yeah, they're pretty cool. But you're right, like the shock of the price to a lot of people. I always pick businesses for some reason, other than landscaping maybe, that don't make that much sense to most people. So there's always like this disconnect, it seems like, from $1,000, but when you start adding up materials and then a grown man's time to put something together that is super usable in many ways, but also it's more of like a fidget toy for a lot of people. Instead of them eating their fingernails or picking their ass and eating it, they can flick a knife. And I'm not being aggressive towards you. I'm just saying it's like there's always like this disconnect, like worms too. I have to teach somebody about the product in order for them to want to be like, okay, that does make sense. Maybe I will invest into it, you know? Like the knife I make is like passed down to your kids type shit, you know? It's made completely from raw materials in-house, you know? I try to keep it all American. You can get a cheaper good knife for sure, but then a lot of times you don't know who's making it. China makes a great knife. Like that's the problem now, is that you can't even say that they're not that. They used to be not good knives, and like it was just a waste of money. This is the building. Walk you this way. I'll see if I got a few other things I can show you. It used to be like Chinese shit was just crap, but now they're really good at machining and making stuff, and they can make that same knife that I'm making right now for $40 or less. Like I can't even compete. So we need to decide whether, like, okay, if we're going to give it all to China, then like what else is going to be given to them? Like what do other people do for a living that will then be lost to the Chinese? And then it's just trickling like, oh, I can get a $40 knife. So why would I work for very little, because I have slaves to get in there, and now they're in there, and then they just raise the price. Imagine that. A $40 knife will be $1,000 one day, and it's still made by a slave. So that was a whole sifting pile, but this is basically what I feed my worms, is inside this aviary. Probably picked up on a different one though. Yeah, it's on a different now. Can you see it? Yep. They're all in front of that. That's the door to Narnia. doing, sweetie? Hi. Here. Hey, baby girl. Hi. It's a good turkey. It's a good turkey. Good turkey. Good turkeys. Good chickens. What's you guys doing? What's she doing? What's she doing? She's a good boy. Good girl. The quail are happy. I got pheasants in there right now. He's got 30 females eating rabbit feed right now. Here's the aviary. Lots of water, lots of coverage. And it looks like all of them are hanging out together. This girl is friendly. I guess maybe I'll show you the inside. This is chaya, actually. This plant right here. It's a spinach, perennial spinach that does excellent down here. There's a yucca actually popping through it right there, which is a tuberous root. Feeds 1 billion people a day, sustains 1 billion people a day throughout the world. But chaya has 7% protein in it. So as a vegan or somebody, like this could really change your diet, and it's very easy to grow, especially. So I got some pheasants in here, and this is a compost pile. This is deep. This is probably 1.5 feet right now because I've been pulling from it deep, and I'll bring in fresh wood chips. And there's black gold in here. These guys literally live on a compost pile and make the best soil I've ever seen, and they love it. In the winter, it's a little warm, so they dig down at the top, with the touch down a couple inches, and then it starts to warm up. Oh, shit, I had my finger on the... Dude, I'm like the worst cameraman. Can you hear me now? I literally had my finger over top the speaker. But yeah, this is a quail aviary. They live on a compost pile. I have tons of wood chips. If you look over there, there's piles of wood chips still left. And I just bring over a wheelbarrow too every week. Lightly dress the whole top, and then they just poop and pee on it. And then I flip it. I have the pitchfork in there. Yeah, this is called chaya. It's actually a huge pollinator. I mean, it gets these little white flowers that the butterflies go, fuck it. This thing's filled with butterflies pretty often. One second, I'll show you another one. This is a smaller one. It just grows like a tree. Basically, it's not invasive. But you can take this off right here, and that's a whole nother plant. So, I mean, I have thousands of plants. If I wanted to plant this all over the property, I could easily and start feeding a lot of people. I don't have any bobwhite. These are Coturnics. Bobwhites are a little different. If you're going to do something different with it, I would probably run them. But Coturnics are to meat in 17 weeks, to egg in 17 weeks or 18 weeks. And then they're pretty easy to run. Now I'm low right now. I'm going to probably put 50 eggs in the incubator. And there's a few pheasants in here too. I mean, right now I need to get in there and do some work and bring some fresh wood chips in there. But for the most part, it doesn't smell that bad. Chaya, Chaya, I think. Chaya. Beautiful. It grows like a weed here in Florida. You just buy it by the cutting. I could send you some cuttings, actually. But yeah, this is a variety of it. Cat up there. I mean, this one's a beautiful specimen of it. It also does very well in pots. Right now, I'm growing my pasture. A bunch of mix of different types of weeds mixed in there right now. That's actually a pig weed right there, but I'm trying to get the bahia to seed to keep filling in bahia, and it's working. But I'm gonna drop like these sticks came from this tree. I'm kind of trying to let them break down for the tree. I cut it like 6 inches if I do cut around the house to keep it high. But right now I'm building pasture. Yeah, I mean, that's pretty much all you need, right? Which I still like a frozen pizza from Walmart. Don't get me wrong right now. But a lot of this stuff thrives on neglect and is really like for an emergency is kind of how I put it. Everybody has buckets of like grain and stuff. Like this right here is called longevity spinach. Again, another spinach. I have like 6 or 7 different spinaches that thrive on neglect in Florida that you can eat all year round. This one's in a shadier situation, but this is a spinach you can put in a salad. You can put in your stews. In an emergency situation, there's nothing better. This is another chaya in the deep shade in a pot. Don't chase the chicken. No. That's a lemongrass. No, I eat shit from everywhere. I was sick for a while. I figured out what it was. It was the biology in my stomach. So I went full, you know what, in trying to figure out how to produce my own stuff. So I have freezers full of the most beautiful chicken. I've put in place a lot of things that as long as you maintain them, they stay forever. This is a passion fruit. Letting it grow into the oak, you know? It's just kind of letting things happen instead of always trying to control them. Here, I'll show you. There's an upside and a downside to it. You want to go inside? Get inside. Actually, I didn't screen the porch, but I did all the posts before it got screened in with cedar. Did a new cedar edge all the way around. I just did this 2 days ago with my buddy. Installed a front door. Probably locked, but perfectly hung. I still got to caulk it all in. That's all you needed right there. That's a macho fern. Those are machos. This area is really taken off because I'm keeping the chickens out of it. That's longevity in like a partial sun. This stuff is great. It really grows like a weed. It's not really invasive. It's easy to deal with. It's just great. If like somebody was starving and they just grew some of this, it grows so fast you'd have more than you need. Yeah, we were in a drought too. And that's I love. That's why I got all these trees. We lucked out with this property. Is that our house is shaded, but yeah, we got it screened in front lanai. Wraps around the house. It's a little messy right now because I got to put this door down in the shop. This is all food forest out here. That was a greenhouse. This is all irrigated too. All these pots. We're just kind of taking a break a little bit from the market. Shit, this is locked. No, I'm not. I mean, if they came and asked me and there was money involved, maybe. But a lot of those shows, you end up fucking spending money and not really getting anything from it. Like Forged in Fire, it ends up costing those makers money to do that shit. And maybe it might sell them knives in the long run, but in order to do the show, it costs them money. You know? I like doing the live streams. I don't think I would want to do like I'll control my own media. Is kind of where I'm at. If they were going to pay me money to do something, and I actually had to think about it as like a job or a business. But like, these are freezers. Like this one here has both of them have chickens in it. Raised. Or this is an organic, raised on my property on grass and organic feed. Right there. There you go. Don't end up in my freezer. The Malabars, the green and red, are very good. A Malabar chair. What, the hanging chair? My wife did. My wife got that. It's actually really comfortable. Brought these in yesterday. Those are gonna go in the incubator. I gotta get the ones out there today too. My wife's at work right now. You talking about that chair? Or this one? That one. Part of this area over there that looks open, it's hard to tell from this video, is covered in silage tarp, so it's ready to go market if I wanted to. But no one wanted to buy fruit. You know how hard it is to sell if I wanted to buy it? And this is some of my mother's collection. Fuck! I keep putting my finger in front of the mic. God, I'm an idiot. I'm telling you, I shouldn't be allowed to do anything, honestly. I shouldn't be allowed to have money. I shouldn't be allowed to have a vehicle. You should just, I don't know, I should just be somewhere. So we got 33 people on here. What's everybody else doing on here? My dog. Rem, come say hi. Come here. Hey. Hey. Remy. Rem. I'm still fucking covering the mic, dude. I'm absolutely fucking. But I'm going to get off, guys. And ladies and gentlemen, I hope you have a blessed day. HuntersWorms, if you want to hit me up. If you need any advice or anything on worms, I'd be happy. That's good. That's something. That shit adds up. Thanks. Taking care of animals. We're taking care of a couple hundred animals at this point. It's still work. It may only take 15, 20 minutes, a half an hour at most to deal with all of them if everything is where it should be. But man, that adds up twice a day. HuntersWorms.com. But take it easy. I'll see you guys later. Thanks for watching.